Good afternoon guys, I'm back again and I'm doing another Cambridge weight plan video because you guys blooming love these. My third video is the side effects of Cambridge weight plan because so many of you have messaged me since starting Cambridge weight plan and you've been like, oh my god, the headaches, the nausea, my body isn't reacting well to this, but usually this is kind of comments from you guys or messages within the first week of Cambridge weight plan, and oh my god, I get it, it's exactly what I went through as well. But you've got to remember that Cambridge weight plan is an intense diet program, and from the moment you start this diet you are shocking your body effectively, especially if you go from eating quite a high level amount of food, which I'm sure you would be if you're going on Cambridge weight plan in the first place, to step one, because step one is intense. It's 600 calories a day. So if you've been going from 2,400 calories a day, for example, you are cutting out a huge amount of calories from your normal eating patterns to step one. Of course, your Cambridge consultant might say that it's better for you to go on to maybe step 2 or step 3 to begin with and work your way down first before going on to step 1, because of how intense step 1 can be for your body. But that's the reason why you're getting side effects. So the first big side effect you'll get is likely to be headaches. From the moment I started Cambridge weight plan, I just had this like niggling headache right here for like 4 or 5 days ish, and it just would not budge. But of course I did my research, I spoke to my Cambridge consultant who was always on the end of the phone, and she of course said, of course, why wouldn't you get headaches? Because you are eating a huge amount of carbohydrates, which has a lot of sugar in it. You may have been eating a lot of sugary foods like chocolate, sweets, fizzy drinks. You also may have been drinking a lot, which again has sugar, and then also alcohol, and you may have been drinking a lot of caffeine, so coffees, lattes, etc. And by taking all of that away, your body is obviously in the process of kind of expecting that amount of calories, sugar, carbohydrates every day. And when you go onto Cambridge weight plan like you did on step 1, like with me, obviously my body was like, excuse me, what are you doing? Where's my caffeine, my sugar, my carbohydrates? And instead I was giving it 600 calories of kind of nutrient-led food, and also quite a considerable amount less food as well. So of course headaches is the biggest side effect, but it does pass, and within about 7 days I did find that most of my headaches had subsided. And the biggest thing here is to remember that you should also be drinking a lot of water. Even now, 12 months on, I still drink 3 litres of water a day. But in those first couple of weeks of Cambridge weight plan, water is your best friend, because the headaches you can try and rehydrate with the water to try and get rid of them. I'd also consider meditation. I often meditate when I get migraines at the moment. And then you could also consider doing kind of pressure point and pulse in your head. So often when I get a migraine or a headache, I use pressure points on my forehead, and you can Google that because I do not know the right knowledge on it, but it works for me. Google it or YouTube it and you'll be able to find out some more information on pressure points. But yeah, headaches was the first one. The second side effect you will possibly have from Cambridge weight plan is constipation. Now, I didn't have this problem because I actually, without sounding really random, I have really good bowel movements, and going on to Cambridge weight plan did not affect my bowel movements. But I've heard from quite a lot of people that they experienced really bad constipation within the first couple of weeks of doing Cambridge weight plan. And of course there's a lot of things you can do to that. They do I believe have a product which you can, it's like something you add to water, and it does help with constipation. I believe there's some it's full of fibre or it's got something in it, and it's vegan, and it should help with constipation if that's something that you struggle with. I won't advise on anything for constipation because I didn't experience that myself though. However, I did, obviously, the minute I started Cambridge weight plan and was drinking 3 litres of water a day, I did find that I was going to the toilet a lot, not for bowel movements, but because I was weeing every 20 minutes. I'd gone from not really drinking much water minus tea water in the tea, but that doesn't really count, I don't think, because of caffeine, a couple of times a day, but I rarely drank any water. So that was something I had to get used to, especially when I was out and about, because I already have a little bit of a phobia of finding a toilet, like, which sounds bizarre, ignore me with this, but I hate being out needing a wee and not knowing where the nearest toilet is. So when I started Cambridge Weight Plan and I realised that I was going to start weeing a lot more, I really struggled with going out for a while, like going for a walk, do you know what I mean? Like where you know there's not going to be a toilet, unless you fancy having a wee in the woods. But yeah, that was something else that I struggled with as a side effect, was needing the toilet all the blooming time. Third side effect of Cambridge Weight Plan has to be the bad breath, but again, this is nothing to do with Cambridge Weight Plan, it's to do with your body. It's to do with your body kind of detoxing and letting out all of the bad stuff that was previously in your body. Like when you do ketosis on any other diet, you do generally get bad breath because I'm not an expert on this, but I believe it's because there's a lot of toxins within your stomach, and then obviously as you're doing ketosis, the ketosis is letting out all those bad toxins, and the easiest way for it to come out, through your mouth. So I did suffer from bad breath quite a lot in the first couple of weeks, just as my body went like straight smack bang into ketosis through the Cambridge Weight Plan. And yeah, I did have some bad breath for a while, so I just made sure that I carried mints around with me, brushed my teeth kind of 3 times a day, took my toothbrush to work with me if necessary, and was just quite aware of it for a while until I was a couple of months in, and it seemed to kind of disappear as my body readjusted and it got used to being on a lower calorie controlled diet and being in a state of ketosis more often than it was before. And I think I'm on the 4th, I can't remember what I'm doing now, but the 4th one of course is portion control. And even though that's not a side effect of Cambridge Weight Plan, it obviously does make you feel constantly hungry all the time. So I found the first 2 weeks of Cambridge Weight Plan to be really difficult. I really struggled. I felt hungry like 24 hours a day. My tummy rumbled at every possible moment. But I did find that after the 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, my body adjusted and my stomach obviously shrunk to a smaller size, which meant that I felt hungry less. I didn't eat as much through meals, and I kind of adapted to my own portion control, because then I stopped the minute I got full. But I would say that it's a side effect because it is something you have to consider with Cambridge Weight Plan. I found it really hard to begin with because the portions are not big, they are very small. They're like 5 heaped spoons in the kind of Thai green curry, and obviously when you're starving you think that won't fill you up, but you know what, it always does, oddly. It always made me feel full. I guess it's the nutrients and the right ingredients that are used within the products to make you feel fuller for longer, and it's the right types of food as well, and obviously drinking water, 3 litres of water a day as well, and that's also going to help. Sorry if the light changed at this point, but yeah, my camera died, so I had to go downstairs, have lunch and wait for my camera to charge. But yeah, my side effects are personal to me, and they may not be the same for you when you're on Cambridge. But the best thing to do is just speak to your Cambridge consultant, find out what her tips and tricks are, or him, and yeah, just be honest with her, because they can also help you a lot if you do get really severe side effects like the headaches, the bowel movements, and yeah, I would just speak to them as openly as possible, and also speak to other people that doing Cambridge Weight Plans. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you've got. And yeah, this is my final video for this month, but hopefully you will come back, and if you love this video, and also if you love my travel videos as well, because I know a lot of people who come to my channel for the Cambridge Weight Plan stuff, it's mostly just for the Cambridge Weight Plan stuff, but I do mostly travel, so if you want to see some more of my travel videos, make sure you hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for some more Cambridge Weight Plan videos in the future. Bye!